The basic idea of dimensional analysis, the technique of converting one unit of measurement to a different kind of measurement, is multiplying fractions. Like you learn in elementary school, when you multiply fractions, you can simplify before you multiply. How? You're going to cross cancel. Now, do not cross cancel the numbers first. Instead, cross cancel the words first. And in this case, the words here are the units of measurement. Like for example, the meters up here can cross cancel with the meters down here. To cross cancel words, you must have identical words on the top of a fraction and on the bottom of another fraction. Same thing is going to happen here with seconds. Second on the bottom with second on the top. And the same thing with minutes. Minutes on the bottom with minutes on the top. And you're going to see there's no more words to cross cancel. So what you're going to do next, we're going to multiply the fractions. How? Top with top and bottom with bottom. 10 times 60 times 60 times 1 kilometer is going to be 36,000 kilometers. 1 times 1 times 1 hour times 1,000 is 1,000 hours. And last, you're going to simplify your answer using your calculator. Divide 36,000 divided by 1,000. And you're going to get 36, but 36 what? Kilometers per hour. Okay, so what is the basic idea of dimensional analysis? Multiplying fractions. However, you're going to face the challenge that when you start doing conversions of units of one kind to a different kind, the multiplication, like I show you here, is not going to be set up. Instead, you have to set it up. And it's using something called unit conversion factor. And that's a fancy word to say fractions, okay? You're going to take a conversion statement. This is what we call a conversion statement. 1 foot equal 12 inches. But this statement is stating that two different quantities are the same amount. They're equal. So from this conversion statement, you can get two fractions. The fancy word, two unit conversion factors. How? If I read it from left to right, I can get my first fraction, my first unit conversion factor. I will write 1 foot over 12 inches. That's my first fraction. Once I have the first one, I'm going to do the reciprocal, which basically means flip this fraction, and you get the second unit conversion factor, 12 inches over 1 foot. Okay, now why these two fractions are called unit conversion factors? These two fractions are really one. 1 foot and 12 inches is referring to the same amount. That's what the word unit comes from. Every time you have a conversion statement, you can get two fractions. Now it's your turn to try this out. So go ahead and find the unit conversion factors of each of these conversion statements. Hit the pause button so you can work it out. And once you are done, hit the play button so you check yourself. All right, let's try the first one. 1 pound is equal 454 grams. If I read it from left to right, I get 1 pound over 454 grams. Flip it, I get the second fraction. Let's do the second conversion statement. Second equation, 1 day equal 24 hours. Left to right, when I read it, 1 day over 24 hours. Flip it, 24 hours over 1 day. And the last one, 1 cup equal 250 milliliters. Left to right, 1 cup over 250 milliliters. Flip it over, and you get 250 milliliters over 1 cup. Now, remember that these fractions is what I'm going to use to multiply a given measurement. First, they're going to give you a measurement. That measurement, you have to multiply by a fraction. Sometimes one fraction, sometimes more than one. You're going to take the conversion statement. You're going to make the 2 unit conversion factors. And then you're going to choose one that will cross cancel the same units. For example, convert 8 yards to feet. Now, I'm a visual person, so when I saw these instructions, I quickly in my head, I visualized this. 8 yards equal blank feet. So I want to know how many feet will be in 8 yards. First step. Okay, I had to start making decisions what I'm going to use to convert 8 yards to feet. So the first thing I need to ask myself, what is given? Well, I was given 8 yards. What do you want? Well, I want to know how many feet are in 8 yards. What do I need? Well, I need to know how many feet are in a yard, or vice versa. Well, after I look it up, I found out that 1 yard is the equivalent of 3 feet. Well, this is a conversion statement. From that conversion statement, I can get 2 fractions, 2 unit conversion factors. The first one, 3 feet over 1 yard. Flip it over, 1 yard over 3 feet. Now that I know what I have, now that I know where I'm going, and now that I know what I need, now I'm ready to do the second step. Now, how do I set up this multiplication? Well, remember that you want to take the 8 yards and you want to multiply by one of these 2 fractions. How do I know which of these 2 fractions I'm going to multiply the 8 yards? Which of these 2 fractions will cancel out the word yards, okay, from the 8? Now remember, when I write it as a fraction, it will be 8 over 1. So yards is on the top of the fraction, 8 over 1. And I need to find out or decide which of these 2 fractions cancel the word yards. And that will be the first fraction here. Okay, I'm going to set up 8 yards and I'm going to multiply by 3 feet over 1 yard. Why? Because when I multiply this, I can cross cancel the word yards. And my answer is going to be in feet, which is what I want. So once I set up the multiplication, now I'm going to just multiply, simplify. So 8 yards, I'm going to put it over 1, 8 yards over 1. I'm going to multiply by 3 feet over 1 yard. I hope you notice now the yards cancel out. Then the word feet is left. So I know my answer is going to be in feet, which is exactly what I was asked to find. And now multiply fractions. How do you multiply fractions? 8 times 3, 24. 1 times 1 is 1. And simplify, 24 divided by 1 is 24 feet. Okay, that is dimensional analysis. What I want you to do next is to do the first step, the process of what do you need. So, for example, I gave you 3 conversions, and I want you to find what do you need so you can change inches to feet. What do you need so you can change minutes to hours? And what do you need to change meters to centimeters? Once you know what do you need, find the conversion factors, the 2 fractions from each conversion statement. So hit the pause button, try this out, and when you're ready, hit the play button so you check yourself. All right, let's do the first one. What do I need to change inches to feet? Well, I need to know how many inches are in a foot. 1 foot is the equivalent of 12 inches. Good. What are my conversion factors? 1 foot over 12 inches. And the second one? 12 inches over 1 foot. Let's do the second one. I need to know how to change minutes to hours. So what I need to find out? Well, how many minutes are in an hour? In 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. I have my conversion statement. Let's get the conversion fact. factors, the two fractions. The first one will be 1 hour over 60 minutes. If I flip it, I get the second fraction, 60 minutes over 1 hour. And then how do I change meters to centimeters? Well, I need to find out how many centimeters are in a meter. And in 1 meter, there is 100 centimeters. So what will be my two conversion factors? 1 meter over 100 centimeters. And if I flip that fraction, I get 100 centimeters over 1 meter. All right. Now, the next thing I want you to do to check yourself is how do you convert one unit of measurement to another one using dimensional analysis. So I gave you here two exercises. Hit the pause button and work this out. When you're done, come back, hit the play button so you check yourself. All right, let's do the first one. They ask you to change 55 kilograms into pounds. And underneath, they already told you what do you need. Okay, you need to know that in 1 pound is the same thing as 0.4536 kilograms. So I'm going to take what I need, okay, this conversion factor, and I'm going to make my 2 unit conversion factors. And then I'm going to take what is given, 55 kilograms, and I'm going to multiply by one of these 2 fractions. Which one? The one that can cancel out the word kilogram. And that will be the first one. Why? Because kilogram cancel out with kilogram. The kilogram on the top cancel out with the kilogram on the bottom. And you can see that the only word left is pound, which is exactly what I was asked to find. Now you multiply top with top, bottom with bottom, and then simplify. Okay, most likely you're going to have to do some rounding. So here I rounded to 2 decimal places. Same thing when I do the second one, okay? They asked me to change 50 liters into gallons. What I need to know, well, how many liters are in 1 gallon? And from this conversion statement, I can get my 2 fractions, my 2 unit conversion factors. Then I'm going to take what is given. I was given 50 liters, and I want to multiply by one of these 2 fractions so the word liter cancel out, and that will be the first one. And you can see the word liter on the top here cancel with the word liter on the bottom. And then there's nothing else to cross cancel. The word gallon is left. That's exactly what I want. And then multiply top with top, bottom with bottom, and then simplify this answer by dividing 50 divided by 3.7854 in your calculator, and you're going to get this answer. All right. I hope this is making a little bit of sense.